Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's class. So let's see what we have for today. Today, I'll be talking about technical analysis. And on my technical analysis, I will look into support and resistance. Are you with me? On my technical analysis, I'll be looking into what? Support and resistance. Actually, support and resistance is actually one of the classes I actually teach. It's a topic I take in day one of the advanced class. But unfortunately, and it has PDF, it is loaded. Are you with me? It has PDF, it is loaded. So what I do is I like to take it on the day one of the beginners class. Sorry, probably day 4, which is today. So that people can see that what we are going to do in the advanced class is something serious. You can see that what we are going to do in the advanced class is something serious. So let me start. Support and resistance is actually a trading strategy that is used in the Forex market. I repeat, support and resistance is actually a trading strategy that we can use in the Forex market. And support and resistance has so many advantages. Like, look at it very well. Some people feel that they have their own methods of trading support and resistance. But I must tell you, over time, if you use this method to trade support and resistance, it's something I'm sure you understand. So let's go straight to support and resistance. Look at it on my screen. Support and resistance is one of the most widely used concepts in trading. Strangely enough, everyone seems to have their own idea of how support and resistance, how you should measure support and resistance. Now, support and resistance is more or less like zigzag forms of the market trend. Let's say probably you have a trade going up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up. Now, are these sections where they are? I can see all these as my resistance, while the bottom swing up are my what? Support. Are you with me? The bottom swing up are what? My support, while the top is my resistance. So let's continue. They are actually, now let me say something quickly. When support and resistance can be in horizontal pattern and it can be diagonal, what am I trying to say? If you look at this place, I've made my swings. You see that this one is diagonal, and I'll draw this with trend line. Now, I can also draw with horizontal lines, whereby the support and resistance is like this. So this remains as resistance. This remains as support. I mean, these are the things you want to enjoy in the advanced class. So now, let's go to trading view and let me practicalize. If I come here, I click on chart. So once I network. So back to our class. So if I go back to that trade, you see that support and resistance if I go to charts, let's wait for trading view to open. Can you see this, class? Now, let's say I want to draw my support and resistance now. I'll come here. Let me first delete all of these. Are the things you enjoy in the advanced class. You see this thing that looks like a snake line. This thing is called a Bollinger Band. And this line you see on top at the bottom is called CCI, Commodity Channel Index. I will teach you how to trade all these things and how to work with these indicators. And I told you the cost of yesterday and all of that. Let's say I want to draw support and resistance. When you have distances, support and resistance are supposed to be between 1 hour time frame and 4 hours time frame. Support and resistance are supposed to be between what? 1 hour time frame and 4 hours time frame. And you must zoom in the graph. Support and resistance for probably for some time. Are you with me? So now let's proceed. Let's see how that works. If I go to support and resistance, look at my chart. From here, I can determine support and resistance with trend line. Look at it between 1 hour time frame. I'm zooming now. I'm zooming in. Where can I get support and resistance opportunity? But before I can get where I can get support and resistance opportunity, let me talk about two things. There are two ways of trading support and resistance. You can either trade the bounce, either you trade the bounce or you trade the breakout. Either you trade the bounce or you trade the breakout. What exactly is the bounce? Let me clear my screen. The bounce is when you have probably a line that comes in like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes up. And you draw your support and resistance line on the chart. This is 1. This is 2. This is the resistance. This is the support. Now, at this spot, I can see this as my touch 1. Let me put this here. This is my touch 1, touch 2, touch 1, touch 2. So, if I have successful touch on the resistance and the support, so what happens from here? Since I am trading the breakout, if the buy candle should go up, I will come here and wait for a retracement. A retracement is when, as the buying candle is going up, sellers are trying to come down. Once that retracement appears, if this candle goes up, what do? Enter this market as a buy. I repeat, the buying candle goes up, a retracement comes down, it goes up again. What do? Enter that market as a buy. But what if you have successfully made this trade? You've made some profit here. It goes up, oh, it touches the resistance. If there's a pullback again, if there's a pullback, it comes here. I seen it. Let's say it comes down and you have a buying candle going up. Better like this. Now, if this selling candle should appear here, what do? Enter this market as a sell. I seen it. Enter this market as a sell. So that's how you can profit on the bounce. That's how you can profit on the bounce. Let me now talk about the breakout. Let me clear the screen. Now, let's say you have a swing. Probably you have 1, 2, 3, 4. The same example I gave for the pounds. Very similar to the breakout. Now, let's say I draw my resistance line. If I draw my resistance line, I come here, I draw my support line. So this is my resistance, support. So if, for instance, I have touch 1, 2, 1, 2. So if this trade, if for instance, in this case, you don't need to wait for any retracement. You don't need to wait for any retracement. If this candle should come here and it breaks from the bottom, the selling candle comes, it breaks from the bottom, starts going down. What do? You enter this market as a sell immediately. That's what breakout means. Breakout means when candles break out from the resistance and when candle breaks out from the support. That's what they mean by breakout. But the bounce means that the trade is occurring in between the resistance and in between the support. Let's say this trade goes up again. It breaks out from the resistance, it starts going up. What do? You enter this market as a buy. Are you seeing it? You enter this market as a buy because the bullish candle has broken out from the resistance. So in other words, a breakout is when a bullish candle breaks out from the resistance, you enter the market as a buy. And when a selling candle breaks out from the support, you enter that market as what? As a sell. So let's go to trading view and do live practicals. Please just give me a minute. So coming right here, I can decide to draw my lines here. Let's say I want to draw my support, for instance, but I've seen a lot right now as I speak. If I draw this up, just see, I've seen support and resistance line here. You can take this trend line. This is even a diagonal one. You draw. Can you see my touch? 1, 2. You draw this. Can you see this? Can you see this class? Now, look at my touch 1. Don't worry, if you make payment for the advanced class, I will teach you how to use this trading view. Look at my touch 1, touch 2. Look at my touch 1, touch 2. It also came here, it touched here. It came here and broke from the resistance. What are you supposed to do, class? You are supposed to enter this market as a buy. Are you with me? You are supposed to enter. Just imagine what you could have profited if you have used support and resistance at this point. Can you see? You would have entered the market from here. This measure tool is used to measure the number of pips in the market. You could have made 134 pips. Can you see that? You could have made 134 pips. What a way of making good money with support and resistance. Can you see that? 134 pips with ease. Now look at another good example of support and resistance. In fact, I'm seeing good opportunities, although they are past events. Look at this trend line touching there. Trend line came here, touched here. There is a touch 1. There's a touch 2. There's a touch 1, touch 2. But look at what happened there, class, as a touch 2. The resistance, the bullish candle broke below the support. The bullish candle broke below the support. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to enter this market as a sell. Can you see how much you could have made? Just imagine how much you could have made from here to here. Can you see? Can you see? Just imagine you making from here to here. For my measurement, that's 245 pips. If you want to know the number of pips, if you look at my blue rectangular bar, you will see something like 246.2. That's the number of pips. So somebody trading $1,000 account, that person could have probably made $246. Now imagine you would have made that $246 in 6 days, 11 hours. If you see my screen, you see minus 60 and 11 hours. You would have made that money in 6 days and 11 hours. I mean, $240 something is more than 100,000 as I speak. Just 3 days ago, I checked the Odd Forex account. Depositing rate is now 520. While withdrawing rate is 510. Dollar is flying by the day. Are you saying that? Which is so good. Another good example. Okay. Okay, thank you, man. Yes. So if you look at this now, you see that if you draw this trend line, you put this here, draw this, put this here. Another very good opportunity. There's a touch 1, a touch 2. There's a touch 1, touch 2. Can you see that this touch 2 broke up, started going up? See the buying candle. This is a very good example of the bounce. There was no breakout from this place. Rather, the market just started swinging up, and it occurred between the resistance and the support. Last, I'm going to give the last example. The last example. You know, you can be so good in this business, students, that you can use your eye to pick support and resistance. Right now, I'm using my eyes to pick a lot of support and resistances. Look at this. Just look at this. Can you see this, Mr. Latif? Just see this. Can you see this? A touch 1, touch 1, touch 2, touch 1, touch 2. It came here, went up, broke from the resistance. Can you see the buying candle? See how much you could have made. You could have made 82 pips. Plus, many of these, many and more, is what I'll be teaching in the advanced class. Many and more is what I'll be teaching in the advanced class. The ball lies in your court. The ball lies in your court. One thing I'm sure of is, if you attend the advanced class, you never regret it. This is even the least strategy I'll be teaching. There are many and better strategies. And I also teach you how to combine strategies together. I'll teach you candlesticks. Thank you very much. Is there any question for me before I go? Mr. Latif, do you have any question? Mr. Latif, is there any question?
No question, sir. No question. Everything is
okay. Okay. I hope we'll meet you in the advanced class. Sir.
By God's grace.
Okay.
By God's grace.
Okay, sir. If you join the advanced class, all these things you are seeing, sir, they will be so lit in your eyes. Many people are trained today. They are benefiting, making serious profits in the forex market. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
You,
you're welcome, sir. Yes, sir. Tomorrow will be the last
class.
Right,
sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir. Tomorrow will be the last class. And tomorrow we talk about news trading, how to trade NFT, how to trade with the news, even without indicator. Thank you and God bless you. Good night.
All right. Good night, sir.
Yes, sir. You're welcome, sir.